Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about conditionals. This is the fourth part. This is the fourth part of the C++ series. And essentially right now we're going to be talking about conditionals. Conditional statements, logic, the whole shebang. First, I'm going to just talk about what we normally use every day. This is the kind of logic that we think through each and every day. Am I tired? If I am tired, then I will go to sleep. If I am not tired, I will not go to sleep. This is basically what it is. But now we're writing it in ways that a computer can understand. If one condition is met, then I will execute this code over here. If that condition is not met, I'm going to skip over that code and I'm going to execute the code in the else block. Now you're going to see more of what I mean over there. Before I go into that, I just want to talk about the relational operators and conditional operators, because that's what we're going to be using inside of these if and else statements. Right? So relational operators, what are they? Relational operators compare two different values, essentially. If you have something like 5 and you have 10, or you have two different variables, A and B, you can use a relational operator to compare those two values. And once you compare those two values, what is going to be evaluated as is a true or false value. These are actually things that you've probably seen before in the past if you have done any kind of math class, right? You have the greater than sign, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. In C++, one equal sign is an assignment operator. Two equal signs is a comparative operator, right? So two equal signs is saying, are these two things on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, are these two things equal to each other? It evaluates true. If they are not, it evaluates to false. And then we also have not equal to. Bang and an equal sign means, are these two things not equal to each other? So if these two things are not equal to each other, it's going to evaluate to true. If they are equal to each other, then it's going to evaluate to false. So that's essentially relational operators. Conditional operators are essentially what we can use to compare two truthy and or falsy values, right? Like if we have a double and, it's going to say, is the thing on the left-hand side a truthy value and the thing on the right-hand side a truthy value? If so, that evaluates to true. If any one of these are false, or if both of them are false, that's going to evaluate to false, right? We also have pipes. The two pipes together says, is the thing on my right-hand side true, or is the thing on my left-hand side true? If any of them are true, that evaluates to true. Even if like the right-hand side is a falsy value and the left-hand side is a truthy value, because that left-hand side is a truthy value, that expression is going to evaluate to true. If they are both false, that will evaluate to false. And then we also have the bang. Just by itself, a bang in front of a value or a variable is going to negate its value. So if like you have something that is a truthy value and something that is if it's a truthy value and you put a bang inside of it, or if you have true and you put a bang before it, then that will evaluate to false. If you have false, you put a bang before it, it evaluates to true. And yeah, that's essentially my basic breakdown. We're gonna start coding just so you get a better feel of what's going on. Okay, how about age? Int age is equal to 21. Right, so we have an age of 21. Now we can have an if statement. This is how it works. If, and then we open up the clamshells, and then this is going to be where we put our conditional in. If age is greater than or equal to 21, then, and I have like a message thing too. Message. If age is greater than or equal to 21, we'll have our message say, welcome to the club. Cool. Right, so if we run this, let's see what happens. Main.c++, and now let's run the a.out. Oh, love that. We're not even printing anything, so always remember to print. I'll just do this. Alright, so let's try this again. Welcome to the club. Right, so age is 21. And because age is greater than or equal to 21, the code that's inside of this block gets executed. Now, if you want to run code, let's say if your age is not 21, right? If we have like 20, and we run this code, nothing's gonna happen. I mean, like, yeah, it prints a new line, but there's no message. Nothing's gonna happen because we didn't actually add anything to the message. Because age is less than 21, the code in this block is passed over. So the way we can handle that is with an else. Right, so we can add an else statement. So now this becomes an if-else statement. If this condition is met, run the code in this block here. Otherwise, run the code in this block over here. And we're just gonna say message equals, sorry, you're too young to enter this club. Try again in a few years. Right, okay, so now we do this, we compile it, let's run it. Sorry, I'm too young, hate to see it. So let's say maybe we want another conditional. If their age is greater than equal to 50, we'll say your first drink is on us, right? So if your age is greater than or equal to 50, we'll say welcome to the club, your first drink is on us. And keep this here. Ooh. All right. Let's just delete that guy. So now here's another thing we can do. We can do an else if statement, right? So we have if this doesn't get evaluated, then we can have another conditional that we want to test for. And then the else statement will catch every other exception, right? So now if age is greater than or equal to 21, we're just gonna say welcome to the club. So then first it'll come here, it says, is age greater than or equal to 50? No, because age is 20 right now. Then it'll say, okay, here, is age greater than or equal to 21? No, that evaluates to false, right? Because age is 20, and 20 is less than 21. 20 is not greater than or equal to 21. So because that evaluates to false, the code inside of this block does not get executed, and it goes to the else statement. Now we have the else statement. So now if we run this, right, you're too young to enter this club, try again in a few years. Just had a birthday, sweet. Boom, welcome to the club. Just had many birthdays, and it's a good time. Compile, run, welcome to the club. Your first drink is on us. So these are the if-else statements. Cool, cool, cool. These are essentially all you need to know for basic conditionals. There are also switch statements. More on that is in my README. If you actually want me to make a video on that, I can. But essentially, I think you can just check out the README. You'll see what that's like. I'll stop recording now. Yeah, that is it, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If there's something else that you want me to create outside of the C++ series, or if there's something else that you want to see, let me know down in the comments, and I can do that. Yeah, these are conditionals. This is control flow. Next up is going to be all about loops. So I hope you're ready to get your loops on in C++. And I will see you next time. That's a high five. And now this is me leaving.